at noon, an investigation at the mysterious Georgia Guidestones. Here's a live exclusive Sky 4 look from the site. People who live nearby say they heard a boom this morning. Right now, our Rashad Williams is joining us live from Elbert County, Georgia, with what we know so far. Rashad.
Well, Destiny, right now we know that GBI is assisting with this investigation, but we've got multiple units here on scene, including the GBI's bomb disposal unit. Now, the GBI tells us there is still an active explosive hazard happening here. So to give you a closer look, I want to show you some viewer photos that were sent to us. There's a lot of rubble as a result of what GBI says stems from unknown individuals that detonated an explosive device around 4 a.m., which has destroyed a large portion of this structure. And we do know that Georgia Guidestones has 4 column-like sides to it. And from the photos, Sky 4 video, and from where I'm standing right now, it looks like there are now 3. We've seen several comments from people that live in this area saying they believed it was thunder because it caused their houses to shake. Some describing it as a boom that they heard and felt around 4 a.m. Again, GBI confirming they believe this happened around 4 a.m. So I want to give you a live look at Sky 4 once again. Over the scene right now, GBI has started to mark this area. And for those that don't know what the Georgia Guidestones are, according to Explore Georgia, in part, it's Elberton's most unusual and mysterious set of granite monoliths known as America's Stonehenge, which stands at 19 feet high, and it also serves as an astronomical calendar, as well as containing messages about the conservation of mankind, which is seen for many here in this area as controversial. Now, again, details are limited at this time, but just to reiterate, investigators on scene have told us there is still an active explosive hazard here at the Georgia Guidestones. We will be working throughout the day to bring you the latest updates as we learn more. And right now, you are encouraged, if you have any information, to call Elbert County at their sheriff's office or to contact GBI Athens. But for now, live in Elbert County, Rashad Williams, WIFF News 4.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Hacking the Headlines. So in really sad news, the Georgia Guidestones, as you just heard in that clip there, have been partially destroyed in a mysterious explosion. I'm sure this is really upsetting to a lot of you. Take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. But yeah, the Georgia Guidestones have been partially destroyed. Now, no one is offering any answers as to who did this or why they did it, but I have my own speculations on that, which I will share here in just a minute. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Georgia Guidestones are, I think it's kind of funny how in that news clip they said they were controversial, but they didn't explain why they were so controversial. And that is because inscribed on these giant slabs of, I believe they're granite, is pretty much the recipe for the destruction of humanity. Now, a lot of people, especially in the truth community, believe that this is them putting their plans in plain sight for all to see and kind of hiding the truth in plain sight. That they want to eliminate most of the humans on this earth is pretty much the main message on these stones. Now, I have what is probably an unpopular opinion about the Georgia Guidestones. I'll share that towards the end of the video. But this whole thing is just not adding up to me, the story that they're giving. Okay, because I don't know if you guys remember, this was back in 2014. The Georgia Guidestones were vandalized. Somebody took red spray paint and sprayed a bunch of messages over the Guidestones. I'll put up some pictures for reference so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So these already have a history of vandalism, and whoever put these stones here, we're told it is someone by the name of Robert Christian, but that's part of their mystery, that nobody really knows who put them there, why they put them there, how much money they spent to put them there. But obviously it was a very expensive endeavor, getting the stones, inscribing them, getting their placement just right for the astronomical alignments that it has. You know, the land it's on cost a lot of money. So whoever did it had a lot of money. So the first time it was vandalized, you would assume that they would then protect their investment by putting up cameras, by building something around the stones so people did not have access to it, even hiring a security guard or something. But the stones were just left to their own devices out there, even after the first vandalism happened. So they said they were going to put up cameras, but as far as I could tell from looking into it, they said they were going to put up these cameras, but then they never did. Or they put up the cameras, but they never turned them on. So that leads me to think that there's something else going on here, and this was possibly, as kind of crazy as it sounds, I think this was probably an inside job. Because it just doesn't make sense why whoever put them there, all the money they spent, they just leave their investment to all of these people who are angry that the stones are there and obviously would like to see them vandalized or torn down. So yeah, it's just not really adding up. Now, it could be just, a person or a group of people who went out and did this on their own accord. That could absolutely be the case, and I wouldn't even fault them for that. But yeah, just the fact that these stones are left unprotected doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And now you might be asking, but why would they do that? Why would they do this to their own monument? And I think the answer to that question is probably because they want people, at least a certain portion of the population, they want woken up to this sort of thing. So to me, this looks more like a publicity stunt more than anything else. And I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this. That's fine. Again, this is just my opinion, my own speculation. But I feel like they want a certain portion of the population going down these endless rabbit holes and seeking answers to all these questions that we have that we can't find the answers to, and thereby wasting a bunch of time, being distracted, being divided. I feel like this information is so divisive within families and friend groups that they want some people going down this rabbit hole and then feeling the effects in their everyday life from that. To me, a lot of this stuff is just like the mainstream media, only for the alternative portion of the population. So not to say that looking into this stuff and learning about all these things is not a good thing, because it is to some extent, but I just think a lot of people get carried away with that, and they know that. So this blowing up a portion of the Georgia Guidestones, and then a bunch of people online like myself get on here and talk about it, more people find out about them and learn about them, and they're like, holy crap, they want to destroy 90% of the world's population. Like, who are these people? What's going on? And then it makes them fearful and distracted and divided. So that's just my take on it. I could be wrong about that. I do not personally think that these Guidestones, this is where the unpopular opinion comes in. I personally do not think these Guidestones are the truth hidden in plain sight, and this is their ultimate plan for humanity. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand that depopulation is a real thing and that it's happening in real time, but I do not think it's their goal to keep the population under 500 million, like it says on the Guidestones, because if that's what they ultimately wanted, if that was their end goal here, they could do it overnight. They could poison the water supply. There's a number of ways they could do it overnight. No problem, no questions asked. So to me, that is not their ultimate goal. Again, I could be wrong. But for anybody who doesn't know, I'm going to put up like a text graphic of what the Guidestones actually say in plain text so you can read it for yourself. I'm not going to go through it line by line because I feel like most people are already aware of what the Guidestones are and what they say. So that's my opinion on that. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But either way, it's really weird that this happens right now. After everything we've been through the past several years, it's just odd that this is happening right now, whether it was an inside job or, just a random person or people who got together to do this. I think it speaks volumes as to where we're at in this whole scheme of things. So anyway, guys, thanks for listening. Love to hear what you think about it in the comment section down below. I hope that made sense. I just kind of rambled. Hopefully that made sense to you guys. But anyway, I'll have another video out for you very soon. Until then, take care and God bless everybody.